Wizzy baby lókè ṣebólúwa ló ṣe yí o Lagos today London tomorrow ṣebólúwa ló ṣe yí o ọmọ jayé. Hello guys, I'm back again. Today I will be discussing why I feel the decision made by Wizkid to get his aide, Femi. This is his aide, Femi. A car worth 200 million naira is a huge waste and shows financial recklessness, and why Wizkid needs to take a crash course in finances. I woke up to the news of him getting his long-term aide, Femi, a GLE Benz of 2024 said to be worth 200 million naira, and I feel it's a huge waste, and I'm going to be defending my viewpoint with some facts. This is the picture of the car at the dealership. This is the picture when Femi took delivery of it earlier today. So let me go straight on the point. But before I go, kindly subscribe to my channel, switch on the notifications so that they'll be notified anytime I drop a content. So now let's go to my analysis. Wizkid. The number one reason why I feel Wizkid wasted money on this purchase is because he should have just given him the money instead. He doesn't know what the guy needs. He just wanted to meet his wants. Wants are limitless, but needs are limited. He should have sat this guy down to ask for what he needs, and I'm sure he cannot need anything worth 200 million naira. Should have given him that money instead if he truly wants to help him, and then give him the liberty to do whatever he pleases with the money. And one of the things he can do with the money is to, do whatever he pleases, is to help his family. If the guy is truly his age, I'm sure he has some family members that are in need of money. So he should have given him that 200 million naira and allow him to spend it the way he pleases. He can now extend the gesture to his own family, give them money to also do one or two things. But buying an aide, a 200 million naira car, makes no sense, because the aide surely needs money to fulfill some important needs in his life, and I don't think a 200 million naira car falls under that category. Another thing he should have done, instead of buying a car of 200 million naira, he should have known that it is too expensive for him. It's just too expensive. We've seen Davido buy cars for his aide. He bought Israel a Venza of like 7 million, 8 million. He bought another one, a used Prado Jeep, and he bought another one, a used Benz. All not very expensive. But I feel the decision of Wizkid to buy a car of 200 million naira is beyond wanting to help the guy. No, I think it's a way of Wizkid to show off, because there is a tension between him and Davido. So his intention is actually to show off and not to help this guy. Because if he really wants to help him, there are better ways to help him than to buy him a car of 200 million naira. It is not financially sensible. So I feel Wizkid's intention is to use that gesture to show off to the public that he still got it. We know he's rich, and this, I believe, is an attempt to show off. And another thing is that the car and the purchase is beyond the status of an aide. This is not to take a jab at Femi, but it is beyond him. Nobody who has your interest at heart would see you as an aide and get you a car of 200 million naira. It is beyond your status, and I am afraid Wizkid should have known this if he was financially literate, that so you can get him another car, but not a car as expensive as this. This is just too expensive. Another thing is that instead of buying him an expensive car, why not sit him down? I'm sure that the guy has some business ideas that he's finding difficult to execute due to the paucity of money. Sit him down, let him share these ideas with you, and finance the business ideas. By so doing, you won't be giving him a fish. You will be empowering him to learn how to catch fishes. because this guy is just like a fish. But if you empower him by setting up a business for him, you are teaching him how to fish, and he will now be able at the end of the day to buy so many fishes in form of cars. And also, giving him money to set up the business is more sustainable than buying a car for him. You should have been thinking of in the line of sustainability. This guy can't be your head forever. So what will he fall back on when he stops being your head? What? If you actually have his interest at hand, you will be thinking about the sustainability of his life and everything around him post being your head. That's how to think long term instead of this immediate gratification. While it looks nice on the surface, but if you deep it, you will know that it's just reckless. Another thing is that the car itself is a liability. Benz is expensive, its maintenance is expensive, its fueling is expensive. What about the cost of insurance? Expensive too. So the cost of the Benz itself, fueling it is expensive, maintaining it is expensive, insuring it expensive. Can you now see the 4 lines of liabilities put on the head of an ordinary head? So instead of the car to be bringing in money, the car is going to be draining him. That's why I said it is a totally bad idea and a huge waste of money on the part of Wizkid, because now this guy is going to be taking out of his salary to maintain this car, to insure it, and to fuel it, thereby making him poorer. But instead of buying him a car, why not get him a car and turn the car from a liability to an asset? And how can he do it? By buying him a car that he can use for Uber or any other car hailing business. With that, the car will be an income generating source and thus become an asset. That's how to turn the liability into an asset. So instead of buying a 200 million naira car for him, why not get him like a 30 million naira car that he can use for Uber, and then leave him with his 170 million to do whatever he wants with it? Or get him rental properties in Lekki. I'm sure there are so many duplexes in Lekki, Lagos, that are worth less than 90 million. And even with 200 million, you can get a good deal for this guy and get like 3 properties for him. And the cost of rent in Lekki is now nothing less than 30 million naira. From these 3 properties, he can be making nothing less than 9 million naira annually. That is sustainability. That is what I call health. Not getting somebody a 200 million naira car and leaving them to manage it, maintain it themselves, insure it, and to fuel it. So instead of that, he should have just taken one of these 2 options. Any of these 2 options would make this guy richer, but the Benz option is going to leave him poorer. Well, I wish him the best. Another thing is that he has now successfully put the guy under pressure, because now the face of the guy has been splashed all over social media. Everybody knows him and they will be demanding money from him anywhere they see him, because they now feel he has moved to the next level in the hierarchy of life. They feel now that he has money, they see him as somebody well-to-do without knowing that he still remains an head. But anywhere they see him, they will start billing him, asking for money from him, thus putting him under pressure, because he won't be able to sustain such status. It's a status that is unprepared for. He just woke up to find himself in that status, courtesy of this gift from Wizkid. So at the end of the day, the gift may turn out to be a cost for him, because sustaining this level is capital intensive and needs money. So the pressure is uncalled for, and I'm sure he didn't beg for it, but here we are. Another thing is that the gift has put his life at risk if he can't afford security for himself. Because we know that anywhere Wizkid goes, he goes with fully armed men to secure him. Can his aide also afford such, especially if he's moving outside Lagos? The answer is it is doubtful. And even if he's going to be doing it, at what cost? We know the cost of hiring those men is not cheap. So now, if he can't afford them, that means his life will be at risk whenever he wants to go out of Lagos, or even driving to some unsafe places in Lagos. So he will be leading security people around him constantly. Is he ready for that? Did he bargain for that? I doubt that. I'm sure Wizkid didn't even think in this line before splashing hugely on this car for him. So I feel at the end of the day, to the laymen, it's a good gesture, but to critical thinkers, it is a setup, it's a trap. for this guy to go back into penury if he's not there already, because everything is screaming financial bleeding, and if he doesn't have the financial war chest to actually maintain this new status and maintain the car, he's going to become at least 10 times poorer by this time next year. I hope he gets to see this video and take some actions immediately. One of them is to return the car to the dealership, get the money back, and use the money to invest in assets, Uber, cars that you can use for Uber, rental properties in Lagos, and so many other things, or set up a business that would be giving you a sustained inflow. So that's one of the things you can do before it's too late. I wish you the best. I wish Wizkid also the best. And to my viewers, thank you for viewing, for staying with me till this moment. I really appreciate you. But before you go, if you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure that you switch on the notification. Thank you so much. Bye.